Okay, you go to std.tu.ac.th นะฮะ enter. Oh, I already logged in, so let me it will log in, it will go to some page, and then you log in using your Dome account. Okay, and then you will come to this page. Okay, once you log in, it will come to the page that looks something like this. Can you please try? Okay, once you log in, what I want you to do, please click here, the app launcher. As you can see here, there are so many Microsoft application on cloud that you can use, including Excel. One way you don't have to install, and you can use the cloud version of Excel. But what I would like to recommend you to download it and use on your computer, because in that case it's much more stable, and you don't need internet to access to use it once you install on your machine. So what you do, once you click here, you go to Office here, and then click Install Office, and then click here Office 365 Apps, and then it will download the file for you. So it should be in the folder called Downloads. Either you use Mac or Windows, it should be in the Downloads folders. And then what I want you to do, I want you to install this software. For those of you who don't have it, I want you to install this software. Or for those of you who don't want to pay for your subscription anymore, you can download and then install it. And then once you install it, you log in using your Dome account, and then you can use it for until you graduate. Okayไหมครับ? And also for this one, besides for the cloud version, only for the cloud version, once you log in here, there are more apps than just here. Not only they have Microsoft application that you can use, you have many of the Google application that you can use via cloud as well. Also, like you have many other applications like Microsoft Power BI, like, or if you want to create a process analysis, you can do Visio. There are many other applications you can use it for free. So yeah, I think since you already pay for the tuition, so why not just try to utilize the money that you pay by using the software that provided by university. Okay, so why don't we do this? So try to download the file and install. Okay, and then why don't we have a break? Right now is 12:30. Oh no, it's 2:30. So why don't including the installation, and why don't we come back maybe 2:50? Yeah, and then we start Excel. Okay, and then I will upload some file for you to download for the class today. Okay, so let's come back at 2:50 then. Okay, I'll see you ครับ Okay, I'll do it.
อาจารย์ครับถ้าในเครื่องเนี่ยมีลิขสิทธิ์อยู่แล้วผมต้องใช้เป็นชื่อผมไหมครับหรือว่าใช้ตัวเก่าได้เลย
ไม่จำเป็นครับใช้ตัวเก่าได้เลยครับถ้ามีลิขสิทธิ์อยู่แล้วไม่จำเป็นเลยครับ
ไม่จำเป็นต้องใช้ของอีเมลมหาลัยเพื่อทำงานใช่ไหมครับ
ไม่จำเป็นครับไม่จำเป็น
ขอบคุณครับ
สำหรับบางคนที่ไม่มีลิขสิทธิ์ครับอันนี้ผมเผื่อไว้แล้วก็สำหรับบางคนที่ต้องจ่ายเงินให้ไอออฟฟิศ365รายเดือนอ่ะ
อาจารย์นะคะถ้าหนูโหลด Excel แล้วแบบกดล็อกอินด้วยเมลมหาลัยก็เหมือนกันใช่ไหมคะ
โหลด Excel ของที่ไหนอะจ๊ะ
App Store ค่ะ
มันแล้วแต่เวอร์ชันอะเพราะว่ามหาวิทยาลัยเนี่ยเอ่อบางอันมันไม่ได้ครับ เพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยผม suggest ให้เอาเวอร์ชันที่ของมหาวิทยาลัยดีกว่าครับ เพราะเราไม่รู้ว่าไอ้เวอร์ชันของที่คุณไปดาวน์โหลดเนี่ยมันเป็นเวอร์ชันไหน
โอเคค่ะ
เพราะว่าไอ้แต่ละเวอร์ชันเนี่ยมันจะมีไลเซนส์ที่ต่างกันนะครับผม
สามารถเช็คเวอร์ชันได้ยังไงบ้างครับอาจารย์
เอ่ม
ใน Excel อะครับ
ก็ต้องมาที่เดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับเดี๋ยวผมเปิดดู มันจะมาที่ตรงไฟล์แป๊บหนึ่งนะครับผม about Excel ครับแล้วก็จะขึ้นว่าเวอร์ชันตรงนี้ครับ
เดี๋ยวนะครับไปที่ไฟล์ใช่ไหมฮะแล้วไงต่อ
ครับไปที่ Excel นะครับเปิด Excel ขึ้นมาใช่ไหมครับ
โอเคครับ
แล้วมาที่ about Excel เลยครับมันจะใต้คำว่า Excel ครับมันจะมี about Excel มีไหมอันนี้เวอร์ชันของผมนะ
ต้องเป็น16.58ใช่ไหมคะ
ของผมมันจะเป็น16.58ครับใช่ครับ
เรื่องของหนูเป็น54นี่ก็คือไม่ได้ใช่
ผมไม่แน่ใจแล้วกัน
โอเค
เพราะอันนี้คือผมดาวน์โหลดมาจากของมหาลัยไงผมก็ใช้เวอร์ชันนี้ ผมเลยไม่รู้ว่ามหาลัยเนี่ยเอ่อเขาเวลาเราไปเอาเวอร์ชันอื่นมา เราสามารถใช้ไลเซนส์ใช้ ID เราเนี่ยได้ไหมเพราะว่าเวลาเขาเช็คเนี่ยเขาจะเช็คจากตัว ID มหาลัยครับหมายถึงว่าเวลาตัวเวอร์ชันที่เราดาวน์โหลดมาเนี่ยเขาจะดูว่ามันแมทช์กับ ID ที่มหาลัยเรา register ไว้ไหมอะไรเงี้ยอันนี้ไม่แน่ใจเลยครับ ถ้าคุณอยากลองก็สามารถทำได้ครับ ถ้าขี้เกียจดาวน์โหลดนะก็ลองดาวน์โหลดก็ลองใส่เข้าไปดูก็ได้ครับ ถ้ามันได้คือได้ถูกไหมลองดูนะครับ So we leave 4:30, is it? Okay, so why don't we start? Okay, I just upload this file for you. So you can just download this one, tutorial 1. Actually, the tutorial here I provide here just provide you just use as reference. You can use it as reference, but I will not follow one by one. Okay, so because otherwise it can be so boring. So what we're gonna do is we gonna just work on the Excel file. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to open up the Excel and then work on it. It's gonna be much more fun than just I read through the slide and then ask you to do later at home. I think if we just do it together and then I let you do it, and if you have any question, you ask me. I think it's gonna be more efficient for me. Okay, so maybe you just download this one, only tutorial 1, and then sales 2. That's it. Okay, and then we're gonna work on Excel. Okay, please do now. Okay. In this one, I provide you with a slide of the tutorial for Excel, but for version 2013. But actually, the reason I chose this one is because I think right now majority of the Excel that provided by most by normal company, I think they'll use this version. So if you can use this version, I think you can use for all the version in the later years. Okay, so I think basic should be pretty much the same. So what we gonna learn in Excel? What's Excel? I think you learn Excel since summer, right, with Ajahn Vira. So in this class, we just gonna re-emphasize, okay? We gonna re-emphasize again what we can learn with Excel. For today's class, what I plan to do, just we're gonna go to the basic, just what are different component of Excel, like the Excel workbook, which is a file, Excel file. We gonna go how to create different worksheet in Excel, like how to edit, enter data in Excel. Data in Excel can be text, right? Can be numbers, can be dates. We're gonna do formatting. We're gonna do calculations using a formula. We're gonna do calculation using functions, right? And then try to answer some question. Okay. So today that's our goal. Like first day, we will not do that much. We will not do too much. So just try to get your hand um, dirty on Excel on the first day. Okay, so let's try to do that. Okay, so why don't we open up Excel file? Open up Excel application. Yeah, so for those of you who already install or have it installed already, so please open up Excel application. Okay, and then let's work on something together. So I'll do. So if I go too slow or too fast, you can stop me anytime. You can ask me anytime. You can shout out. Ask me anytime. Some of the question maybe I cannot answer right now. If I don't know, I will try to find the answer for you and let you know later. Okay, but as you know, I think I'm flexible enough, so you can just try to ask me any time. Okay, so first, this is how Excel file look like. Excel file sometimes we call a workbook. Okay, in one workbook, Excel can have many worksheets, like worksheets here at the bottom. You can add more worksheet. You can delete worksheet. Later on, we will add more. We can add worksheet by click on this plus.
อาจารย์ไม่ได้แชร์สกรีนค่ะ
ไม่แชร์หรอไม่เห็นหรอ
หรือว่าหนูไม่เห็นคนเดียว
แป๊บนึง
ไม่
นะ
เห็นเหมือนกัน
ไม่เห็นเหมือนกันครับ
เย้ยเหรอขออีกทีเดี๋ยวขออีกทีนะเหรอแป๊บนึงนะครับเห็นยังครับ
ยังครับ
ฮะเห็นยังอย่างนี้ยังขออีกทีนะ your presentation stuff อย่างนี้เห็นยังครับ
เห็นค่ะ
โอเคขอบคุณมากครับเห็นแล้วใช่ไหมครับตอนนี้เห็นยังครับ
เห็นแล้วค่ะ
ยังครับ
โอเคครับขอบคุณมากนะครับโอเค okay so this Excel file look like, right? So the whole thing here we call workbook, right? And in one workbook we can have many worksheets. So this is like the by default Excel create worksheet 1 for us, and then you can have many worksheets that we want. We can add here. We can rename it. We can delete it, right? Okay. So later on we will add some more. Okay. So and then Excel, how they reference it, they reference using column and rows. Yeah, column represented in the alphabet A B C D, and then row represent in numbers. ใช่ไหมครับ and then the intersection between column and rows we call a cell. And then when they reference it, like for example, this cell referenced as C5 show here, right? And then you can enter the data here in many different types, right? Can be numbers like 10, 300, or can be dates like 25/04/2022, okay, or 9:40 a.m. As you can see here, the numbers date, and time here is right indented, right? Is you type on the right of this cell, of these cells. And then whereas if you type like text like this, is right on the left side of the cell. Okay, so sometime, maybe sometime when you see something like this, the numbers, when they put some like this single quote and it left indented, sometimes it Excel sometimes interpret this as text. When you add it, sometimes in some older version it interpret as text. So just be careful. It might not see as a number. So make sure it's a number when you do some operation on it. Okay, so just be careful. So just want to let you know. And then once it is depend on the types, okay, depend on the types of the data, you can do operations, different kind of operations. Like for example, for numbers, you can do something like this. You can do addition, right? If you want to add these two numbers and then put the result in this cell, like in any calculation, you start with equal sign, right? Then instead of we type 10 plus 20 like this, we usually, what we do, we reference it by click on the cell plus this cell. It's better than we just type the raw data in the cell that we want to calculate. Why? Because here we see what we want to, and when once we change it here, it will reflect here. But here we have to change inside here. So I would not suggest you to do this. Okay? When we do calculation, we should do calculation in different cells. I think it's better. So we can do something like this. Okay? This thing we call a formula, right? Because we type the formula by ourselves. Is the formula this cell, which is F5 plus F6. Okay? Or in Excel, they have something called a function as well. Like for example, if you want to do something like this, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, right? If you want to do addition, before you have to do 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40, like this, you get 100, okay? But here you have to click 4 times. It's kind of tedious. Sometimes it might create some error as well. So, and then, yeah, I think mostly it costs a lot of time for people when you try to add many numbers. So Excel know about this, so they try to make it more efficient by I try to create a function to represent a more common formula that people use a lot. Like for example, like this one for addition, right? For addition calculations, they have a function called sum. Okay, to use it. Okay, so to use function, there are many ways that you can issue the function. Like one is you click on this fx here on any cell that you want to calculate the value. So you click here, it will pop up the function windows, and then you can choose a function that you want. Here it start with the most recent use function, and then all the function, and then or if you know the name of the function that you want to use it, you just type equal, okay, and then the function name. In this case, we know the function name sum, okay, to add to add different numbers together, okay. So usually when you use function, it start with the function name and then open braces, and then for some function they don't really need argument or parameters, but some function they need argument or parameters. In this case, sum require some argument or parameters that you want to add. So I highlight the cell that I want to add. So I highlight this, I close it, oops. Or, I mean, it's a bit best practice that you should close the parentheses every time, but of course you don't have to do it because Excel allow you to do that, but it's a best practice for you to close parentheses. Okay, like this, something like this. So same thing, we get the same answer. This one we use formula, this one we use function. Okay, so this is formula, we add by ourselves. This is function, and of course there are so many functions, right? They have mathematical function, they have statistical function, they have financial function, they have many functions that Excel allow you to use. Okay, what else Excel can do? Maybe you can do something like this. Okay, so suppose you type number 10. Okay, if you want to copy number 10 onto all the cell next to it, okay, you can do something like this. You can put the mouse on the bottom right here and drag it down to how many cells that you want to copy the value to, and then release the mouse. Or you can copy this way. Can do something like this. Or this thing we call autofiller. Like, it's a feature that Excel guess what you want to do, what you want to copy. Yeah. What if you want to copy, or you want to have or list the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up until 30. Suppose in this class we have 30 students. I want to list 1 to 30. How do I do it? So in this case, you have to train Excel, because if you just type 1 and you drag it down to 30, so it's going to be like the same number. Like this, that's going to be all 1, which I don't want it. Okay. But if I want from 1 to 30, what can I do? So I just type 1 here and 2 here. To train Excel, I want numbers in this order. So I just highlight these 2 cells, and then I drag it to 30. And release the mouse. So here I got 1 to 30. Okay, or I want in this order 1 or 10, 30, 50. This is up by 20. I can do something like this. Okay, or how about text? If I do Thailand, text, it will copy the same thing. Okay, but there's a catch. What if some text like this, January? If I do January and I drag it down like this, January, it goes down to December. Okay, here the difference between here and here is, here January, even though it's a text, but this one they have a built-in order into it. Like January, you know, is a month, right? Month, they have order of the month. So if we type January here, the rest will be, it will add the month, 1 month into it. Or if I type Monday here, like it will increase 1 day for us. Okay, so this is just some simple trick that Excel allow us to do. And then how about this? If we have like hello 1, so if you do text plus number, it will add numbers into it, with the exception of Q. So even if we do Q1, Q2, Q3, so Excel will think that you want to do quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and then quarter 1 again, quarter 2. It will assume that you want to, as if you want to type Q quarter 1, Q quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and then repeat for you. Okay, so that's just a simple trick for Excel. Okay. So any question? Okay. Also Excel. Let me do one more thing. As you can see here, what's the difference here? This one and this one. You see the difference? Is there any difference between this and this? Okay, let me delete this. Okay. Okay. So if I do this, this is 25th of April 2022. What if, okay, how about I just do, okay, what if I do this, plus 7? What do you think I will get? One particular date plus 7. I will get 7 days in advance, 1 week in advance. Okay. So suppose this is 22 plus 7 is 29. Right. Okay. But for this one, okay, 4/22/2022. What if I use this plus 7? I will get value, pound sign value. What does it mean? It means error. Why error? Because Excel does not. Because Excel issue the error because Excel think that this is the text. When you do text add with number 7, Excel don't know how to deal with it because this the format of the computer that you use for date is, for this computer, is the day, month, and year. But when you enter as month, date, and year. So when you enter like this, Excel in this computer think that you type as this one as text, and then you want to add text here with the numbers. So Excel doesn't know what to do, so it gave error. So please make sure also what kind of format of the date, especially date, that your computer use. Okay. So please check. So if you're using Windows, now they will have like formats on the dates somewhere around here. You see the format. So please make sure. Or when you type it, when you type something like this, you will see whether it's right. If left indented like this, is likely to be a text. Okay, the correct format, it should be on the right like this. Okay, so just want to warn you a little bit. Okay, give you heads up that this is what you should be cautious a little bit about. Okay. Any question, may have? Or in Excel they have some function like this. I mean, today's. If you want to know what's today, you can do equal today's and then in parentheses nothing. So today take no argument or no parameters. Unlike some that it takes some parameters, right? But this one today take no parameters. You enters, it will tell you what today's is, which is March 8th, 2022. So suppose we want to know 1 week from today, we just do this one plus 7. That's 1 week from today. Or in the same matters, if we use this minus this, we should get 7. Right? This date minus this date. So 1 week ahead minus today date, we should get 7. Okay, there's some calculation that we can do on Excel. เคไหมครับ Any question Okay so why don't we try to do something try to play with Excel a little bit okay why don't we try to get our class schedule for this semester okay so let's create class schedule on the new worksheet okay let's click on this plus button okay and then why don't we rename it to class schedule okay and let's create class schedule of course you might say okay why I have to do it because I already have application I have calendar application or others but of course I mean you don't have to do it but just for fun let's try okay so let's try to do it so let's do class schedule for this semester so let's start from Monday let me increase the size Monday let me increase just the size okay I'll do Monday Tuesday you have class on Saturday this semester
yes ค่ะ
okay then we start from 9 a.m. right usually oh by the way you see when I put the date or the time I use 9:00 as a time not 9.00 นะ because when I type 9.00 Excel we assume I just want to type 9 because 9.00 is 9 so when you want to output the time is 9:00 นะฮะ00 so I do this so the last I mean you have class until what time 4 p.m. or 8 p.m. ฮะถึงกี่โมง
4 ครับ
4 ครับ so it should be the same with the morning class and then so this one is increase if we do this ใช่ไหมฮะ increase by 1 hour what if we have like a class some class we have 2 times per week like from 9 to 10:30 and then on Monday and Wednesday so in that case why don't we go up by 30 minutes like from 9 to 9:30 to 10 from 10 to 10:30 so how we gonna do it huh? So let's delete first there are many ways we can do it we can do something like this ทำยังไงบ้างฮะ we can type 9:30 and we train Excel like this okay that's one way or we can do something like this I think past 30 goodไม่ใช่โอเคแต่ก็ไม่ได้โอเคOkay, soผมนึกว่าได้Okay, so I misunderstood. Okay, let me find other ways, but now let's do easiest way. We just do 9 and 9:30 first. Okay. Until here. Okay. So next. So at least I know you have class, my class today, is201. So if I do this, what's gonna happen? So it go up by 1, right? So if I want every cell here to be is201, what should I do? I have many ways. One way is I copy. I highlight the cell I want. I paste like this. That's one way. Or the other way is I train to cell. And then I drag it like this. So I get the same thing. Okay. That's one class. What else? Wednesday, you have any class on Wednesday? Can you shout out what kind of class you have and then what day, what time you have? So I just type here.
It is TU102
Tuesday. What day นะฮะ
Wednesday ครับ
TU 102 in the afternoon.
From 1 p.m. to 4.
TU 102. Okay, what else?
TU106 Thursday from 1 to 4 ค่ะ
Okay, what else?
EIL221 on Friday from 9 to 12 ค่ะ
221 นะฮะ Okay, how about Saturday ฮะ
TU103
TU 103 ป่ะฮะ
124 ค่ะ
124
I will like บ่ายโมงถึง4อะค่ะ
อ๋อ 103 ใช่ไหมฮะ บ่ายโมง 4 โมง Like this, okay? Suppose this is all you have, right? That's good. 5 days, 5 class per week, not bad.
We have Monday ด้วยค่ะ
Oh, okay.
It's AC201 on Monday from 1 to 4 ค่ะ
Oh, okay. That's a tough one.
อาจารย์ครับ เวลาจะลบหลายๆแถวพร้อมกันมันทำยังไงนะครับ
ลบเลยแถวคุณก็ไฮไลท์อย่างนี้ถูกไหมฮะ
ครับ
คลิก delete นะฮะ
backspace ไม่ได้ใช่ไหมครับ
backspace ได้ครับโทษทีครับ backspace ก็ได้
ของผมมันไปตัวเดียวเอง
งั้นกด delete ก็ได้ครับ ได้ไหม
อ๋อได้แล้วครับกด delete
ถ้าผมเข้าใจว่าของคุณใช้ Windows ใช่ไหมไม่
ใช่ครับ
Okay, so how we gonna make it nicer? Okay, let's put some border into it. So let's do this. Highlight it. Put some border, our border, and then maybe make it center. แล้วกันนะฮะ Yeah, center text. Let's format a little bit, and then try to make it bold. Okay. Still, how can we make it a bit nicer? Can anyone suggest? I'm very bad at designing, but can anyone suggest?
Color ค่ะ
Color, okay, that's good. So AC อาจารย์เจี๊ยบสีอะไรดีครับ สีแดงนี่ Very powerful. So for me, what color? Okay. TU suppose. Okay. Suppose we do like this. What else? What else that we can do?
merge cells ป่ะค่ะ
We can merge cells, right? Because here, too much text on the, same text, right, on different cells. So why don't we merge it? So what we can do, we merge it. So we merge the cell that we want to put together, right? We highlight it, and then we merge all these cells. Merge cell only keep the upper left value and then discard the other values. Okay. So by default, it put it here. So still not so nice, right? So why don't we put it in the middle here? So we just format it. So why don't we format the cell by right click on this cell, go to format cell. Okay, in format cell, they have many tabs for you to choose, right? The first one is the numbers. Yeah, this is the type. You can choose different types. So this one is general, is okay. So we go to the alignment one. This is alignment. We're gonna change the alignment. Horizontal alignment. This is horizontal alignment in the center, so correct. Vertical alignment, because right now this is the cell that we are working on. This is, they put the text at the bottom. So we want it in the middle, in the center. Okay, let's do, okay. So it's gonna do something like this. Okay, or the text here, orientation. If you want it this way, you can do something like this. Or if you want to go back, just do this. Okay, suppose we just do normal way we do this. Okay, so I think this look a bit nicer, but let me just change a bit to be a bit less red. Okay, so then we have to do all this thing, right? So we have to do all like same thing all over again, merge, right? Format cell, change this to center, okay, change color to different colors. But I mean, if we have to do all these things for many cells, pretty tedious, right? So in this case, Excel allow you to copy the formats, okay, by clicking on this button, format painter. So what we can do something like this. We first click on the original cell, we click on the format painter, and then you can see that here the mouse change into different shape, which is a paintbrush, and then we cover the cell that we want to copy the format onto, and then release the mouse. So now it will copy the format from this to this area. Okay, here you just change the color. Suppose like that you want. Same thing, suppose we want to format from here onto here. You can do something like this. Okay, or like this can be break, lazy. Okay, here look a bit nicer. Right, then I don't know, maybe a bit only a little bit nicer. Okay, so here, yeah, we do the formatting and then we add something. Okay, any question make up? Okay, so that's the first exercise. So let's work on the next one. So can you please open up this file, sales underscore two dash two. Let me download new one. Okay. Okay, so I just delete this one. Okay, so please delete this column. Okay, so let's take a look at this file. Okay, this one called sales2 นะครับ. So this is a file that contain like 3 worksheets. The first one is called documentation, is just to explain what this file for. Okay, to display the sales information for the upcoming Big Red Wraps sales conference, which is a chain restaurant. Okay, so the data is in this worksheet. Okay, sales report. Okay, so if you take a look here, if you take a look at this file, the top part here is a summary tables, which are still some cells are left blank, and then there are some data, some raw data, okay, that need to be filled out. Okay, let me just, okay, some raw data that need to be filled out. Some raw data that need to be formatted a little bit. Okay, so what I want you to do, can you please help me? Okay, answer some question. So first, I want to know the gross sales of this company in 2015. So based on the raw data, which is the 2015 monthly gross sales. Okay, so like for this company, they have many branches. These are the gross sales of many branches here. They have many branches in different states, and then they record the sales in different months, in each month here. Yeah, this is the data in 2015 monthly. What I want the gross sales of whole store. Okay, and then I want you to calculate it and put the value here. And then at the end, I want you to help me calculate the net profit or loss of 2015, also for 2014 also. And then I want you to help me calculate the net change, which is the difference between the numbers in 2015 and 14. Okay, and then can you convert the net change into the percentage change? Okay, and then at the end, please help me answer this question. Which year does the company perform better and why? Okay ไหมครับ so let's do this part first. Okay, just try to format this, make it look easy to see. Maybe you can merge these cells, and then so we know that, okay, these are the store that are located in Wisconsin, in Minnesota, in Iowa, or in Nebraska, or in Kansas. Okay, and then help me calculate the gross sales of 2015. And then put the number here. Calculate the profit or loss 2015-14. Calculate net change and percentage change, and then answer this. Okay, so let's try to do it in 10 minutes. So let's tryนะครับ. Thank you. So please do it. So if you have any question, you can ask me, or if you're done, you can tell me which year is better. Which year you think the company perform better also. Oh. Okay, do you get the gross sales? What's the gross sales in 2015? Huh?
9,514,000 ค่ะ
Okay, that's good. So let's calculate it. So this is how I do. There's one way. Okay, I will do it. There's many ways, right? Because this is we don't have that many numbers, so I will do something like this. I will do sum of this first, and then I can just drag it down like this. Okay, to copy the formula. So can anyone tell me or help me? What does this number mean? 355000. What's this mean? Huh? What this number represent?
The gross sale of the first store.
Okay, this is the gross sale of first store. Okay, good. And then I copy the formula by dragging down this cell, by dragging down, by put the mouse on the bottom right, and then drag to copy the formula like this. That's one way. Okay. Or another way, maybe this another one, maybe if you would like to know. So if you put the mouse here on the bottom right here, you double click, it will populate the table for you. Only if you have the data on the left of it, it will calculate for you like this. Okay. So here, we have the gross sales of each store. So I can calculate the gross sale of store, right? By just do all this. So I should get the same answer with your friend. Okay. Then what I can do, I can just copy the numbers, right? Or just type the number 9514000, 9514000, and then I calculate to get the net profit. Net profit is sales minus cost of sales minus operating expense. Okay, I got a profit and loss. Okay, how about net change? Net change is the difference between 2015 and 14. Okay, I copy the formula. How about here, if I look like this, is hard to read, right? So why don't we put some comma? So I highlight it, click on comma here, right? And here they add some decimal point by default. So we don't want it, let's get rid of it. So in Excel, sometimes you will see some numbers that have parentheses. This means it's negative number. Okay. So in 2015, okay, this is a sales, cost of sales, operating expense, and then this is a profit. This is a sales, and then this is a profit. Okay, and then change will be this, and then this is a negative number. If you don't like the format, you can change the format. If you don't want this way of Excel to represent a negative number, you can change the format by right click here, go to format cells. Okay, then go to number and go to numbers here. As you can see here, they have right now they use this format in parentheses for the negative number. Or you can choose just a normal one, just negative number minus number in front. Click OK. Just do something like this. Okay. Or if you want parentheses, you just go back the same one. It's okay. Okay. How about percentage? How do we calculate percentage? How do we calculate percentage?
Net change divided by previous year.
Okay, by the previous year, right? Why? Because usually when we calculate, we use the previous year as a base year. We have to compare with the base year. Okay, so I copy the formula, and in this case, if I want it to show in percentage, I just click here, the percentage style. And then by default, it shows here in the number like this. If I want to put decimal point, I just increase decimal point here. So I get this number. Okay. So which year performed better in this case? So in terms, what do you think?
2014 ค่ะ
Why?
more profit.
Okay, good. Because in terms of sales, maybe 2015 performed better. But if you look at the bottom line, which is a profit 2014 is better. And why? If we look into detail more, right? Why 2015? I mean, why 2014 performed better than 2015? What's the problem of 2015? What is the problem? Of course, there could be many things, but suppose if we have only this data, what can we see?
The
What
COD expenses are higher.
One thing is we can see, right? For 2014 to 15, the sales go up by 13%, about 13%. However, the cost of sales, the cost of goods sold, or the cost of sales going up by almost 21 or 21%. That means the cost go up much higher than the sales, right? So that means maybe in this case, cost of sale could be raw materials, like in the case of right now, like maybe the oil price going up, or maybe depend on many. I mean, depend on the product. But in this case, we can see many. We can assume that like could be something related to the production costs go up, cost of sales go up much higher than the revenue. So that's why the performance of 2014 is better than 2015. Okay.
อาจารย์คะ
ครับผมเชิญครับ
Can you show the percentage change again, the formula?
Here ครับ
Thank
so
you.
I just do E6, which is this one divided by this one ครับ Okay, sorry about that. So I like when you ask me question. Thank you so much. Okay, one more thing before I let you go. You see that when I enter this number, I just type it based on what I look from this data, right? What if, suppose, what if like your worker, he or she mistyped the number, or maybe record the wrong number, like instead of 30,000, maybe record as 300,000 here. Okay, if record 300,000 here, this change, and then it will change here too, become 9784000, right? Then what you have to do, you have to look at this and then go change the number in here also, because this thing doesn't change. You have to go here, you have to change to 9784000, and then everything will change. Okay, but maybe later on you check one more time and oh, that's not the 300,000 is not correct number. The correct number should be 30,000. So we check, we change back. We have this one, we change to this, we have to go back and change to 9514 again. Like, oh, sorry, 951400 again. So doing this way is not efficient. It's not a good way. It's not a good practice to do so. The way we do it, if you want this number to be the same as the number here, oops, to be the same number, what did I do here? Oh. How come I have this huge number here? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. If I want this number to always be the same as this number, okay, what I can do, I can reference it. Instead of I just look at this and type this number by myself, what I do, I reference it by type equal on this cell and then click the number on this and then enter. Okay, so right now whatever I have on this cell, it will show up on this cell. So suppose you say, oh, your staff entered the wrong number. 30,000 or 300,000 here, it changed to this one, it will reflect on here. Or you change it back, they check, and then actually it's a correct number. We change back to 30,000. This thing will change. This thing will change too. Okay, so when you can reference it or when you use a formula, you should not type the numbers. Should use a formula or reference it only. Okay, because there might be some time that you hard code or type the numbers and you forget or you forgot to update the numbers, and then it might make your spreadsheet error, have some error. Okay, any question ไหมฮะ
อาจารย์คะ how to change the percent change because mine is like decimal.
Okay, so let me do one more time. I show you here. So I do first, I do net change divided by this one, right? And then I get percentage here to my hand. Been the decimal. Okay. Now I want to change this into percentage style. So I highlight this and then I go to this one, percentage style button. Okay. And then if I want to add more decimal point, I just click on here.
โอเคค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับผม Any other question ไหมครับ just have one question ฮะ too quick ไหมฮะ หรือว่าโอเคละหรือว่าหรือเอา slow กว่านี้หน่อย หรือว่า too slow หรือว่ายังไงดี
เร็วไปนิดนึงครับ
so a bit slower better
yeah for me
okay so next time I'll go a bit slower okay so what I want you to do okay please go back okay work on this cell one work on this worksheet one more time. Maybe you can start all over again by go to the Google Classroom and download the file new, go like download completely new and do this all over again one more time, and then help me fill out this part นะฮะ this part which is now we gonna calculate the statistic ครับ now we want to know the sales statistic per store. Because here we got the gross sales, we got all the store. Now we want the sale per store. I want to know the statistic. Okay, please help me find out. โอเคไหมครับ And also maybe if you can help me find out which month นะฮะ the company sell the least, which month the company sell the least, or which store sell the most, something like this, like how you can answer this kind of question. Okay, next time we talk about this. Try to find out and then we talk about this. Okay.
ครับครับ
Okay, I'll see you next week then ครับ ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณมากครับอาจารย์สวัสดีครับ
ครับผมสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดี
ลอง
ค่ะ